Hey, what is up, gamers? Enforcer 5150 here, and we are back to finally benchmark things again. And we are going to benchmark the 2080 Ti. Now, we did the 2080 Ti in the open beta, but we were using a different CPU. I wasn't on my main PC, which with the i7-14700K. We were running on my recording PC, which I did get a lot of comments, saying that CPU is weak, and I know it's weak, and it was kind of the point of it. That was the Ryzen 9 5950X. Does everything on the recording PC, but we decided to switch it over onto the main PC so we can, kind of eliminate the CPU bottlenecks that we might see. Now, we're only going to really do 1440p and try to get some of that. I want to check out the 4K a little bit. I am recording in 4K so that we can, see, some of the differences and get the max, quality out of that. But I did try DLAA with this system, and in 1440p, it's really not possible. We got about a 48 frames per second on average, and I decided we're not going to run through that one because, yeah, it's too much. It's not gonna be playable. We're gonna run through the first part of the single player campaign here. You can see we have everything maxed out, and we are starting with a DLAA. Now, I wanted to show this part here. If we turn it off, a lot of things, the TAA and everything is going to exceed the CPU for this because you are kind of right at the max where it's really going to push it too much. Now we could go off, which is unsupported, and I don't really recommend that. It kind of looks like trash. But yeah, DLAA and everything definitely is too much. Going to be pushing on to the CPU. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn this off, and we're going to use DLSS, and we're going to go at quality, and we should get decent frames on quality because I don't know, the difference between the DLAA and the DLSS quality is very minimal, and you do get a good image out of it. So let's go ahead and we're going to run the single player campaign in the beginning, where we start going on to where everything starts getting chaotic in that first part. So not really any spoilers, so I didn't want to go in any further in there. I'm only on like the third one anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, this is where we want to start our benchmark. I'm going to hit the benchmark button now. We build up all these cyber defenses. Then Georgia says, and we do get some decent frames. The cutscenes do kind of drop under 60. Now the good thing here is we do have AMD frame generation. We can use that if needed. I don't want it that bad. I was going to try that with the DLAA. Well, we might try that another time. Oh, I love this scene. Oh, we're going right at and under 60. So for the single player campaign, this should be plenty good. Oh, I love the explosions. All right, we're running at around 70. Yeah, minimum of 54 though. So this is just little drops, little dips. In 1440p, that is nice. Nice to see, nice to see. Alright. Hey, no killing. I'm trying to benchmark here. Moving up. Stay on me. Oh, they are all different places than normal. Alright. No. There we go. All right, that's a little more than I was hoping to go through. I wanted to go through it right away. Yep, we're running with a 54 minimum and average of 66. A high of 77. And this is where we're going to stop our benchmark. This part, I mean, you can go through and see what we can really get out of it. But I've noticed that the FPS averages really stop there. You do get a lot more as we go through this part. Like you see, we're like running the 60s and 70s, but we're doing all these at once. We'll just go through it on the first time. It kind of depends on what you do through it all. That's actually gonna do it. So we're gonna go ahead and change up our settings a little bit. All right, after this part.
We need another exit.
Okay, so in here, ooh man, we definitely, okay, we'll have to run through them all the way through because yeah, that is a huge dip when we go through that spot. Yeah, I did it on the 5090. I haven't done this on this CPU or this GPU yet. So definitely got more on the 5090, or less drops I should say. Obviously we're gonna get more on a 5090 than 2080. Oh, I gotta hit that. I usually blow that up.
Jackson, come in.
All right.
What's happening? Can't raise the commander.
I need you and your snipers to reposition above Site 2 and run Overwatch.
Copy, Tempest.
Lightning, this is Tempest Actual. Stand by for a precision strike. We can still get a win.
We can still get a win. Man, we dropped down to 38.
Berkeley, take us off-road.
Yeah, I was gonna stop the benchmark a little bit earlier, but yeah, now I'm seeing how the 2080 Ti actually pushes some of the, or tries to push some of the graphics in that closed area or that warehouse.
Drop us here.
You definitely need to run them all the way through. So this might be a long video. We'll try to get them all.
You to look for more survivors. Copy that.
And I'm gonna have to run through it again, off, you know, without recording, and get our averages. So we got an average of 61, but I think the quality DLSS isn't going to be playable all the way through, unless you don't mind, you know, those big drops in the high-end areas. All right, we're gonna go ahead and change up our settings and restart. All right, so the settings we want to change right now is going to be the DLSS. I think if we go to a balanced, we should be able to get a bit more in this area. But now, as you see, right now, we are over our GPU memory limit. Before, we weren't. So the difference between what we're seeing in the menu and what we're seeing when we actually get into the game is definitely way different. So that part I am a little confused about, and it does have just like the menu, but this should be the same when you're in the game and when you're over here. So we're gonna go ahead and start up the mission again, and maybe try and balance. I mean, maybe we could try frame generation. If we do frame generation, it goes away for some reason. No, it's still there. But yeah, I just want to see on quality frame generation. 90s. Oh man, but the input lag is not good at all. Yeah, I would not work. The AMD's frame generation is not that great, and it does not look that good either. Everything gets a little bit more fuzzy, and yeah, not a way to go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and restart this mission and change up our settings a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try to push this on balanced. Now balanced is only taking it down a little bit. We should be okay in most spots, but you know, as you can see, we're over that GPU memory limit. And that is the part that I am worried about, is that we're constantly under that limit. So yeah, see, something is not right here. We should be able, as soon as we come out here, we should go over 60 again.
All these cyber defenses.
Yeah, we might have to, with the memory on this, we might have to do a restart in between. So let me restart through this, and then we will try again. All right, here we go. We are now on DLSS balanced, and the thing is you do see that we are now showing the memory has changed. We're unbalanced, but I did restart the game and our memory is all the way down. So in a GPU like this, you're going to get some memory leaking, especially in the older ones. So once we go through and it caches that memory, we might start seeing low FPS again. But as you can see right now, we're at 70. And we're going to see how it goes once we get to that area again.
We're giving the base to Pax Armada, and NATO just rolls over.
That's politics. NATO's not up to a fight with the worst PMC in
The
Europe.
game looks so good, though. It looks so good.
I'd love to teach Pax a lesson. But if staying here might kick off World War III, I don't want it that bad.
Well, maybe Command's got a plan.
Alright, here we go. Alright, now we're pushing it again. Alright. Now that memory 1, I shouldn't have the memory 2 on there, but the memory 1 should be our GPU memory. That's the GPU one. I just forgot to label it to be on the same as a 2080 Ti line.
Why? We'll have to wait. Come on.
Yeah, we did drop under 60 a little bit there. Alright, let's try not to... They do mix this up. I do like that it changes a little bit.
Stay on me.
Keep it moving, Blake.
Yeah, go around this way. And right on in.
Vehicle heavy. Water
That is not bad.
Let's get inside.
Balance is definitely playable so far. We'll see what happens when we get into that warehouse.
I'm okay.
Hangar's a no-go, but we got a ride.
That Berkeley?
You good, Murphy?
Good enough. All right. Pax is focused on the base, but our mission hasn't changed. We protect those servers. We gotta secure Site 2 before Pax takes control.
Yeah, I was planning on doing our benchmark up to here because it didn't change on the 5090. I mean, I had like the same exact, but yeah, with this, we definitely want to keep going. But like a lot of times these benchmark videos, I don't want them to go too long. But if we gotta do what we gotta do.
Just up ahead.
Go.
Berkeley, go! We need another exit.
I'm trying to keep the same stuff and this is almost impossible. Because things do change up a little bit, as I was showing you before. I try to blow this thing up. I can never. It only starts going right there. Ah, got it.
Go through.
All right, here we go. Oh man, 43. Now you see my GPU memory is starting to fill up. We're at around 8 gigs now. Oh man, I can't hit so much. So much explosions.
Find a way through. What do you think I'm trying to do? I need cover. Reloading.
I mean, the 2080 Ti is still a great card,
We need an assist.
but it, you know, uses some older technology, and you know, the game is obviously set up for, you know, newer technology
I need you
and optimized for it. They tried to optimize for lower end PCs. But yeah, you look at that, we're dropping down under 60 just in this spot. After we go through that warehouse, it seems like it really pushes it.
Berkeley, take us off road.
This thing sounds like hell.
It'll get us there.
Then we come down here and it's really, there's a lot of shrub that it's really not able to push. So we can't get over the 60 in there.
We see you. We're at the overlook up ahead.
Berkeley, I need you to look for more survivors.
Copy that. As long as
Adios. Good luck.
All right. I mean, still a 66 average, but like I said, when we go through that spot, and you can look, we're up at 9 gigs now on our memory. You know, it just keeps on filling up. If we go over to our settings here, and yeah, you can see now it's definitely pushed over the limits. It's estimated that it's going to go over our 11 gigabytes that we have on the 2080 Ti. All right, let's go ahead and try another setting. I'll restart the game and we'll try again. All right, now we are set up a little bit differently. I went ahead and changed the memory to just the right one there for memory 1. And we are now in performance. And hopefully we can get through this one a little bit better, because now we're in performance DLSS, and we want to see how well this one does. Now, the memory definitely leaks in here, and I think it's more game engine than anything. Now, Battlefield 6 has been pretty well optimized, but when you start going down to the lower end GPUs, you can really see that it's not that well optimized for, you know, all systems.
I'd love to teach Pax a lesson.
But we'll see how this goes, especially when we go through the warehouse.
I don't want it that bad.
Well, maybe Command's got a plan.
Yeah, performance might be the place to be here. You know, the goal is to stay over 60 FPS and not get a minimum under it. So far so good, but I think that warehouse is going to tear us up. I think that's still going to bring us down to at least 50. We'll see though, we'll see.
Wait a few hours and the base would have been theirs anyway.
Why? We'll have to wait. Come on.
All right. And you see what I mean? Now that they're not over here like they were before. It's this guy.
Keep it moving, Blake.
They like to change it up on us.
Got him.
All right.
There's gonna be more.
Let's get to the driving part. 63. Definitely gonna be getting under the 60, I think, in that warehouse.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Here's a no-go, but we got a ride. That Berkeley? You good, Murphy? Good enough. All right. Pax is focused on the base, but our mission hasn't changed. We protect those servers. We gotta secure Site 2 before Pax takes control. Shooting our way out.
All right, let's see how we do this. See how well it goes. Yeah, before I was like taking that thing out, but I mean, you can take this and blow it up. It will give me a little bit more there. That's what I was doing with my 5090 tests. Oh, I always want to shoot that. Wait, whoa, whoa! Ah, see, that is definitely different. That normally doesn't come down until later. Now, I've run this a few times already on the 5090. That's never happened, where it almost drops on you. So it's hard to get a decent benchmark, and then doing multiplayer is really hard to get an actual benchmark as well. There we go. I can actually blow that up now. All right, yeah, here we go. 40s. There's just too much in this area, in that one area, and that pushes that GPU memory like crazy. And once it's once you get in there, it definitely makes it hard to recover. And I think that has more to do with it being an older GPU.
We need an
Go.
assist. Tip the statue of the master. Jackson,
Oof.
come in.
This is
Yeah, so we still dropped down to 42.
I need you and your sniper
Like,
to reposition above.
2080 Ti just cannot handle
Lightning, this is Tempest Action.
that area. We're gonna do one more test in the Ultra Performance after this.
Caution, Tempest. We're seeing armored vehicles ahead of you.
Berkeley, take us off road.
And yeah, I think that warehouse is still going to push it down. But on average, I mean, we're looking at 72. You know, getting into here, our memory is already shot. And we're looking at, you know, 9 gigabytes out of the 11 that we have.
Berkeley, I need you to look for more survivors.
Copy that. As long as this thing holds together.
Adios. Good luck.
Yeah, I think that warehouse has a lot to do with how much memory we have. Now maybe we'll do a 1080p one at some point as well. But yeah, an average of 70, not bad. All right, we're gonna go ahead, restart again, and we're gonna go ahead and set this up with Ultra Performance. All right, now we are back, and we are now running on Ultra Performance. This should be the last test we're going to do today. It's definitely possible to, you know, run stable at 1440p, but we do get a lot of dips.
We build up all these
And
side defenses.
I think there's an issue with the game engine and the memory usage
And NATO
on
just-
how it
That's politics.
stores our
Nato's not up to a
VRAM.
fight with the worst PMC in Europe.
That's just my opinion.
Tag us in.
Definitely let me know what
Love
you
to
think
teach Pax a
the
lesson.
issue might be.
But if staying here might kick off World War III, I don't want it that bad.
Well, maybe Command's got a plan.
Yeah, we still dropped down to 67, so we'll probably still be in the 40s in the warehouse. Doing this on the 4080. I haven't done this on the 4080 at all. The 4080 and 5090 should handle this much better at 1440p, but most likely I'll do those ones in 4K right away. We might do the 1440. You get the max FPS. Only problem comes in is that you can't really... Oh, damn. Oh, he's getting me right there.
Moving up. Stay on me.
Oh, come on, don't die. No dying in this one.
Ammo over there.
There.
Boss, we need to get on.
Alright.
Ourselves some time. Let's get inside.
Love the explosions.
I'm okay. Hangar's a no-go, but we got a ride. That Berkeley? You good, Murphy? Good enough. All right. Pax is focused on the base, but our mission hasn't changed. We protect those servers. We gotta secure Site 2 before Pax takes control. Shooting our way out. Guns up.
Alright, here we go. I want to hit that thing a few times. Try to do a little bit of how we did in the last one as well. We'll hit this, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up.
Checkpoint's just up ahead.
Alright, see, this is how it happens almost every time. And last time, it, like, dropped on us.
Berkeley, go. We need another exit.
Sorry for the wonkiness. I'm not at my normal desktop when I'm doing this. Alright, I want to blow that up. I want to blow it up. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Blow it up. Go, 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 go. I didn't blow it up on that one.
Go through.
Oh, well. I stand corrected. We did not have the same issue in that tunnel. I'm gonna have to run this a few times through. I'm gonna try it again off camera before we talk about it in the outro here because I want to see if we'll still get that massive dip. That's definitely telling me there might be a memory leak in the engine. Come on, blow up. But we definitely stayed over 60. I mean, maybe it is the ultra performance that helps it up. But you know, look at that fire. It looks all super soft. Yeah, the trees and everything, the shrubbery is super soft in ultra performance because ultra performance is really made for 8K when you're on like a 4070, 4080. Yeah, that is much better than the last runs we've had.
Berkeley, I need you to look for more survivors.
Copy that. As long as this heat holds together.
Adios. Good luck.
But yeah, so far, really freaking decent in ultra performance. But like I said, everything's very, very soft, and you know, it doesn't look the greatest. But it is, you know, like I said, playable if you're not worried about having like the best graphics. I mean, it is a 2080 Ti, so you can't complain that much being that old on it. But we turn on our frame generation for FSR. Oh man, the input lag is what gets me on AMD's FSR, and yeah, it definitely softens things even more with its generated frames. Even at 113 frames per second, it doesn't feel smooth to me. I know in some games it's felt smoother, but yeah, I'll probably try to show a frame here, but yeah, it doesn't look that great. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and run through it one more time on my own and see what we're going to get if I actually do have a memory leak going through when we go through that warehouse before we end this up, and then I will give you some of my final thoughts. All right, so we've gone through this plenty of times on the 2080 Ti. It's definitely a viable card to be able to do at 1440p, but I think it's going to be best at 1080p at this point. The DLSS definitely helps it out. The quality might not be the greatest. Now it's going to change a little bit as you're going into multiplayer as well, but you should get about the same amount of performance. Now when we're going through that warehouse, that is where I'm thinking, you know, you're going to run into a lot of issues in multiplayer if you're running in DLSS quality. So something like DLSS performance or ultra performance is going to be a better way to go. Probably ultra performance, or you're going to have to fine tune down, you know, some of the other qualities and stuff like that you have for this game. Battlefield 6, I mean, it is performing pretty good in comparison to a lot of games that release like this. I mean, their engine they've been working on for a long time, but I'm thinking they're doing a lot less optimizations for older cards, you know, because they're not as supported anymore. And yeah, that's just one of the things that you have to kind of deal with if you're running an older card like this. The newer cards, obviously, when we start going into the 40 series and 50 series, you're going to get a lot better memory usage, especially if your memory is, you know, larger than the 11 gigabytes that we have here, because, you know, we're capped at that 11 gigabytes, which is just not enough anymore for a lot of games, even at 2K. And if you try to go to 4K, it's definitely not going to work. I was going to try to do a little bit of 4K, but once I seen how it ran with, you know, at 2K, like, yeah, it's not going to be able to do 4K. It's just going to drop down to like 30 and under. Just like I tried to do with the DLAA. I was trying to run that, and it definitely wasn't working. We could probably try to push the DLAA in 1080p, but we might need to do another video for that. I'm not sure we'll push that one. If it's, you know, requested, I'll definitely give it a shot and see how that's going. you know, in conclusion, I mean, it's running pretty damn good. Now, the system requirements for Battlefield 6 is an RTX 3060 Ti. That's why, you know, running this, I think 3080, 3090 is in between there, is where the 2080 Ti kind of, you know, goes in there. And that's mostly, you know, the recommended for, say, something like, you know, 1080p, and then, you know, having, you know, settings maxed out, or even at medium to medium high settings. You know, the ultra settings, they definitely recommend, you know, something like a 4080 or, you know, an RX 7900 XTX. But I think it's running pretty good, and on the RTX 2080 Ti, it's not that bad. Anyway, that is all we're going to do for this video today. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care, and happy gaming.